Hi, everybody. This is Rabbi Moshe Rothschild from the Global Israel Alliance, bringing you the weekly summary of the news from here in Israel. Today is Friday, May 3rd, 2019. I hope you all had a good week. Um, so let's begin with what happened actually uh, just last week on Shabbat. Uh, it's actually a story that took place in the United States in San Diego, a place called the Poway Synagogue. A 19-year-old shooter entered the synagogue, and his name was John Ernest, and began shooting. And he took the life of a woman, shot the fingers off of the rabbi of the synagogue, and a few other people were injured as well, including an Israeli soldier who was in the United States who tried very hard to protect his niece, and he got hit with some shrapnel, and so did his niece, and protect some of the other kids. It was a terrible, horrifying incident. Another one of the many anti-Semitic incidents that have taken place in the United States over the last couple of years, and has brought a lot of anxiety to the Jewish community as to what is exactly happening in the United States. And there's a lot of fear. It was a terrible, terrible incident, and when we heard about it here in Israel, we were really shocked. In fact, there was a family from Israel, from Sderot, which is right near the Gaza border, who had left Israel because of they were living so close to Gaza, uh, their town was hit by many missiles, so they left for security reasons, and they came to San Diego, and this is what happened. So it was a terrible, terrible tragedy. Let's see. This week, Lebanon and Israel agreed to set a maritime border. There has been some dispute between Israel and Lebanon over the border at sea because of the discovery of the great natural gas finds off the coastline, and the question remained like who gets what and where are the borders drawn. So they announced in the Lebanese parliament this week that they will be drawing those lines. Israel announced well, it was actually in a secret agreement. Israel released two prisoners from jail. Apparently, they were Syrians, and this was in exchange for when we received the body of Zachary Baumel, who was a Israeli soldier missing in action for 37 years. We received his body back just a couple weeks ago, and Israel released two Syrian prisoners. Um, a long-range rocket was fired from Gaza this week, but it landed in the sea, and thank God no one was hurt. Obviously, in response, Israel trimmed the the area where Gaza fishermen are allowed to fish to 6 nautical miles. It had been extended, I believe, to 10. I reported that, but in response to the missile that was fired, it was reduced. Um, this week, Israel's 21st Knesset, that's our parliament, was sworn in, and there are 120 members in our parliament. 49 of them are new, never having served before. That's a huge number of new parliamentarians. As part of the ceremony, they stood and they declared their commitment to the state of Israel and then sang the Hatikva, our national anthem. And when they sang the Hatikva, the Arab members of the Knesset got up and left out of disgust. Now, I can only imagine, this is my editorializing, I can only imagine a member of the Congress or the Senate walking out during the singing of the national anthem. Hard to believe. This week, we marked Yom HaShoah, which is Holocaust Memorial Day. We remember the men, women, and children, the 6 million that were slaughtered, 1.5 million children among them, that were slaughtered by the Nazis and their collaborators during World War II. At 10 a.m. on 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, a siren sounds around the entire country, and everything comes to an absolute standstill. On the highways, cars stop, people get out and to show their respect and to memorialize the 6 million. Um, well, that's about the summary of the news this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week coming up. And I will be in the United States. I will be in New Jersey. I will be in Philadelphia. I will be in Naples, Florida, and I will be in St. Louis. If you're anywhere near any of those areas and you would like to get together for any reason, please drop me a line at Rabbi Moshe at IsraelAlliance.org, Rabbi Moshe at IsraelAlliance.org. I will be in the States from May 25th until I think June 3rd or June 4th, but would love to see you. Wishing you all the best. Have a great week and a Shabbat Shalom, a peaceful, restful Sabbath from the land of Israel.